Hey guys, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with Jeff Marconette Jr., myself, and the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. And tonight we have a very special guest, and Karen Moore. And I ask you guys if you would please share this video out, invite people to watch this video, and post this video in as many groups as you can. That would be pretty awesome of you. But you can also like and share this video. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at Jeff Marconette Jr. and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jeff Marconette Jr. as well. All right, so I'm going to let you introduce yourself now, Karen.
Well, thank you, Jeff, so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. My name is Karen Moore. I am a poet, a theater producer, a songwriter, a speaker, and I'm just so grateful to be here tonight and share this time with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I know that all my viewers will appreciate it as well. So I definitely just want to take a minute here and thank everybody for watching this show and say hi to Alicia Kaiser, hi to Joe Labor, and hi to my dad who is watching from across the street.
Great.
All right, well,
Hi, Dad.
we will go ahead and get started now. So, what adversities have you faced in your life?
Wow, there have been quite a few. One that I can mention, which is one of the things that I really focus on now, is I have it. I have faced the adversity of being a dark skinned woman, and there are challenges that come with that. And so I do a lot about, I'm working on an initiative, I Am the Color of Beautiful, which is about colorism and the fact that dark skin is not seen as beautiful. Many times in my own community, dark skin is not seen as beautiful, and dark skinned people have that we face many challenges as we navigate through life and through this country. So that is definitely an adversity that I've had to overcome, and an adversity that I am choosing to address in a spoken word initiative. One of the other things that I've really had to overcome is my mom passed a couple of years ago. And that has been so challenging for me to really, I took care of her. My sister and I took care of her, and my brothers took care of her for a little over 2 years while she was waiting to kind of transition, and that had a big effect on my life. It was really challenging for me to get past that and overcome that, and I'm still challenged with it. 2.5 years later, I'm still challenged with it. And then after she passed, I lost my brother like 8 months later.
Oh,
So grief has really been something that I've had challenges with, and being able to navigate through that space as I do all the things that God has called me to do in this life.
yeah. Now, well, let me ask a question for people like myself that don't have to deal with the dark skin problem, or not problem, but the dark skin. And how, I mean, it's hard for myself and other people to understand the situation that you are facing in being dark skinned. And while I do not consider it a problem, I understand where you are coming from and saying that some other people might not find it as beautiful. So, how would you explain that to somebody of light skin or somebody who is Caucasian?
Well, I would explain it in the sense that many times in the media, when there are images that are projected of beautiful, you don't see someone my complexion in that space when they're talking about being beautiful. So if you're talking about the Black community or the African American community, what is portrayed to us as beautiful is Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Halle Berry. Those are the people that are put up to us as being beautiful. You'll even hear many times in the entertainment industry itself, even, that darker skinned women, Viola Davis has said many times that there are certain parts she doesn't get because she's a dark skinned woman, and we're not seen as the beautiful woman. We're not seen as the woman who is the love interest. We're not seen as the woman who commands this beauty and commands attention that way. So it's an issue of understanding really what that means for someone who's not seen that way, and we're not seeing images of ourselves that way. So it's a sort of racism. It's a sort of, many times within our own community, but also outside of our community, that if we're going to pick Black women to be the symbols of beauty, then typically we're not choosing women who have darker skin. So it creates a self-esteem problem in many instances, and it creates where you kind of have to begin within your own self to really dig deep and understand and recognize your own beauty. But it's not something that we see in mainstream media.
Yeah. And I know that you're a poet, and you performed one poem at the Black Belt Speaker Live Training event in, I forget where exactly, maybe Kansas City. But can you do that now? I hate to throw it on you, but I think it would be great if you could go through that.
I can. So this particular piece is called Brown Skin Blues, and it's a piece that is in my production, Poetic Blues, The Sister Story, and it talks about brown skin blues. We also do light skin blues in the production, because I was made aware from my sister, my biological sister, who is light skinned, that light skinned girls have blues too, something I wasn't aware of, but okay, they do too. So this is Brown Skin Blues. I am a woman, brown skinned woman, a chocolate girl. Now that may not mean much to you unless you've walked in brown skin. See, historically, brown skinned women weren't considered beautiful, an attempt to bring shame on a race of beautiful people. Some of that race of beautiful people grabbed hold of the lie. Some of us that walk in brown skin started to believe the lie. If you weren't light-skinned or caramel colored, you weren't beautiful. Deep, rich mahogany, mocha chocolate brown just isn't beautiful. Lightening creams and whitening creams. See, back in the day, a trip to the makeup counter, I'm sorry, we don't have your shade. That was before the cosmetic companies began to realize there's green in brown. God, why did you make me so brown? Brown skin blues. I've walked in it, wallowed in it, got down deep and swallowed it as mine, wished I was lighter, prayed I was lighter. Maybe this is a dream and I really am lighter. Then I woke up. The woman inside of me woke up. And with my own eyes, I saw what God sees, brown and beautiful. I look at myself in the mirror. I am brown. That is beautiful. I look at myself in the mirror. My eyes are brown. That is beautiful. I look at myself in the mirror. My hair is brown and blonde and locked. Oh, how beautiful. I look at myself in the mirror. My hips are full. My legs are strong and large. My arms are soft and gentle. They hold you in the dark hours of the night. Baby, you know that's beautiful. I've learned to love my brown skin and all that it means. Look at me as I am for who I am. You will see I am beautiful, brown and beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I so appreciate the fact that you can just go off the cuff and you know it exactly. And that is completely awesome. But I
Thank
want
you.
to stress that people out there, even if you think you aren't beautiful, everybody is beautiful. You
Yes,
guys,
everybody is.
each and every one of you is a gift, a miracle, and it's a miracle that you're alive. And
Yes.
you don't understand that there are people out here in the world that are trying to help, and there are people that are going through the same thing that you have gone through.
Yes.
Let's say, so, well, I know right now that I lost my mom in October 2016. So I
Mm,
can relate to you on that, Karen.
yeah.
And you see, there are so many people out there that can relate to you, and you can be a help. You can help serve somebody else just by telling your story. And we all know that we only get one life to live.
That's it.
So, well, why not make it where you are the most beautiful person in your life and know that
Yes.
you are beautiful and the world around you is beautiful? It's really a crying shame that
Yeah,
everybody does not think they are beautiful,
it is.
because they are beautiful in one way or another.
Yes, that is so true. That
They
is so true.
they might not have those model looks, which I don't have those model looks. But hey, I don't care.
You look good,
I'm
Jeff?
I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm handsome. I know it. And I want
Yes.
everybody out there to know it. And I want to take a second here and say hi to my friend Rachel. She's a loyal follower of this show, and I
Awesome.
just want to say how much I appreciate that, Rachel. But I also want to say hi to David Davis, who I grew up with
Oh,
while
that's awesome.
I was helping my dad in the JCs when I was younger. And then I also want to say hi to Nicole. And I thank you guys all so much for watching. And I know that Miss Moore here thanks you all for watching.
Yes. Thank you so much.
But since this show is about you guys, and since this show is about us helping the world with our stories, then do you, Karen, have any suggestions for other people that are dealing with either the same thing or different things?
Well, I think one thing that's really important is that you have to love yourself and you have to do whatever it takes for you to do that. And sometimes that requires forgiving yourself. Sometimes it requires for you to forgive someone else for whatever it is that's causing you to feel less than important, less than adequate. If someone made you feel that way, you have to forgive them. Forgiveness, I think, is really a key part of coming to really love yourself and be part of the whole I am working on me and getting better. I think the other thing that's really important is you have to, for me, it's important to have a relationship with God. That's very important because I know that God loves me regardless of what I've done. He's a forgiving God, which moves me to forgiveness. So it's very important for me anyway to have a relationship with God. And then you have to have the right people in your life. You have to have people in your life who encourage you, people in your life who speak life into you. And you have to really make sure that you're finding yourself in those spaces with people who are encouraging and people who have your best interest at heart. Not everyone does. And one of the things I know that my pastor has been talking about recently too is, you try the spirit by the spirit. So you have to test people out. You can't always just assume that everybody is there for your best interest. You have to really see find out who the people are who are really there to support you and to be of encouragement to you and to be able to move you to the next level, because it takes a village. It does. But it has to be the right village. It has to be the right people that are going to come into your life and push you forward.
Yeah. I have noticed on this show that a lot of my guests, if not all my guests, but a lot of my guests have said that it takes community. It takes the people that are around you that are going to help you. You want people around you that are going to help you up and not hold you down,
Right.
not pull you back. You want people that are going to pull you up and help you rise to the top.
Yes.
You don't want people that are going to hold you down and make it hard for you to breathe. Because when it's hard for you to breathe, you're not living.
Right. That's right. So you've got to find those people. You must connect with those people.
Yeah. And other people on here have said the forgive yourself thing, which I like. And a lot of people don't understand that. So can you please explain that a little bit more?
It's important that you look at the things that many times we have so many regrets. We didn't do this, or we didn't do that, or this didn't happen, or that didn't happen, or especially if we've done things that we feel may have hampered our progress, that we have to say that we've learned a lesson, at least try to learn a lesson in it, and then say, okay, I forgive you for not being responsible. I forgive me for not being responsible. I forgive me for having said what I said. I forgive me for having felt what I felt. I forgive me for not having felt worthy. I forgive myself for that. I forgive myself for not being the best person that I could possibly be at that time. So now I can move on because I've taken the time to actually stop and see where my disappointments were, where my failures were, where my inconsistencies were, and to not beat myself up about it, but forgive myself for being inconsistent, forgive myself for being irresponsible, forgive myself for not coming to someone's need who needed me, someone who needed me not being there, forgiving myself for all of that, and then saying, okay, I can move on now because I've taken the time to really do inventory and see what's been holding me back, see what feelings have been keeping me from moving forward. Many times we don't do that self-inventory. We've got to do that self-inventory and say, okay, this is the thing I've been feeling. And we have to acknowledge the feelings. We have to acknowledge the things that we regret. We have to take the time and say, okay, I really messed that up. I really, really messed that up. But I forgive myself for having messed it up.
Yeah. And a lot of people tend to think they are forgiving other people for them. Why is it that they think they are forgiving other people for other people when the forgiveness is really for you?
I think that people think when they're forgiving other people that they're releasing the other person.
Yeah.
But you're not releasing yourself. So when you truly forgive, it's for your own benefit. It's to release yourself from the anger, to release yourself from the disappointment, to release yourself from the devastation. It's about releasing yourself. So true forgiveness releases the person themselves who's doing the forgiveness from living in that whole place of bitterness and anger and resentment. It doesn't have anything to really do with the other person. Because many times the other person doesn't ask to be forgiven. So if they don't ask to be forgiven, then you've got to be the one to take the initiative to say, okay, this is eating me up. This is not good for me. This is not helping me. I have to forgive them so that I can be released and move on to the next place.
Yeah, that is amazing. You see, there's somebody that says, I forget who, maybe you might know, but you forgive somebody else for you
Yes.
because the blackness or the if you're holding something against other people, it will create blackness. It will
Yes.
start as death inside you. And you don't want to hold on to that stuff because it will really start to affect your health.
It does. It does. It affects your mental and your physical health. And some people walk around so angry all the time. And, you're wondering, why are they so angry all the time? Well, a lot of it's probably unforgiveness. Unforgiveness, which turns into bitterness, which turns into resentment, which turns into all kinds of, like you said, health issues and mental health issues. And people are never happy because they're still holding on to whatever it was. And people always say, the person that you're not forgiving has gone on and doesn't even remember. They're not remembered. They haven't remembered it. They haven't even thought about it. And here you are going over and over and over and over and over it and letting it destroy you. And they've gone on with their lives. They don't even remember.
Yeah, that's great advice. And I just want to take another minute here and tell you thank you, Karen, for being here.
Thank
It
you, Jeff.
really means a lot to me. It means a lot to everybody out there. But I want to say hi to Carla Lewis. She's watching from Flint, Michigan. And
Awesome.
then I want to say hi to Amanda Engel. She's watching somewhere, I think from my hometown of Piqua, Ohio. But my dad actually asked, do you have a book of poems or a website that people can have? And do you have any contact information you would like other people to have?
I do have a book of poetry and narratives called Black Girl Narratives, which is available on Amazon. But you can go to my website, which is Karen D. Moore, Moore, KarenDMoore.com. And all of my information is there about the initiative and my book and any other information. I can be reached at info@KarenDMoore.com.
That is amazing. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Jeff.
You don't know how I appreciate you being here with me and my guests and all my viewers. And I hope that answered your question, Dad. And I just want to say that everybody out there, including you, Karen, need to do me a favor.
Yes.
You need to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life.
That's right.
Hey,
That's right, Jeff.
I'm the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff
Yes, you
Marconette
are.
Jr., and she is Karen Moore. And we are saying to you, make sure that you make every second count. Hey, I'll see you later.
Awesome. Thanks again, Jeff. Be blessed.